Are you considering using CallRail or a call tracking solution? If you are, you're in the right place. So, why should you even set up a call tracking system? I'm going to run you through a few scenarios, and then showed you why. These scenarios are designed to show you why call tracking is important, and how it really just saves you so much time, and of course money, right? Which is why we're all here. So I'm going to jump over to Google Ads, so I can start showing you an example of what I'm trying to say, and then I'll get into it. So in this example, I was A/B testing two different pages to see which one converts better. The best converter obviously is the one I keep and I invest more in. So here is what happened. The first few days, I reached out to the client, telling, well, probably like 2 or 3 days after I set up the campaign. No, actually, mm, like a day or two. I don't know. It wasn't long. I reached out to this client and I'm like, hey, we have 5 leads. And they're like, no, I only seen one lead. I don't argue with my clients. If I don't, I have the call tracking set up properly, so I usually don't have to do that. But in the beginning, it does takes a little bit of getting used to and setting up, and between the communication and all kinds of things, it just takes a little bit of time sometimes to set the system up. But you plan your campaign, you set things up, and sometimes client have one or two tracking in there that you can depend on, right? So in this case, I thought that the Google Analytic event phone call is good, and I can use it for now until I integrate my tracking. That was my genius thought. I was wrong. So the 5 leads you see here, bad, not good at all. These aren't even leads, right? The previous person set up this tracking, and I don't know what that is. It's not working. It's not a thing. But I put my thank you page tracking, and I was depending on that while my actual thing GA4 filter over, because like I said, I was waiting for Corel and I just needed something for the time being. So I went to the client, telling the client, asking, hey, or saying, hey, we got 5 leads, and they're like, no, we only got one lead from that campaign, dude. I was like, oh, okay. Then I came back and I went through the system and I realized, oh yeah, this lead is like counting it's double counting for one thing, and it's not even a lead. It's not a real phone call, right? It's not at all a real phone call. Um, so that's one really good scenario. Well, that's the typical scenario for Corel, right? Because if you just go with the Google ads and things like that, they simply don't track right. You need something that has substance, and Corel is that something. The one on the bottom, super accurate. It's 2 phone calls and 3 phone fills, which comes from well, the 2 phone calls came from what do you call it? GA4, and then thank you pages. So this is what I was dealing with before I had the Corel tracking set up, and now that I have my Corel tracking set up, things much easier. For one thing, I can see what's going on in my account. I'm going to head over to Corel and then we can take it from there. So I can kind of show you just a quick example. This is a new account. I set up that account after this situation. So I'm going to head over there. Bear with me. Okay, I hope you can still see my screen. I'm going to double check this when I'm done. But here's a quick little example. I set it up, and I went ahead and called the asset number in. I'm Henry Bell, by the way. This is I just set this up, so and right away you can see the name and you can see the phone number. You can listen to the call and things like that. Um, right. I'm not gonna play the full thing, but yeah, so that's the gist of it. With Corel, you really can just see what's going on, and of course, adding other CRMs to really handle the lead properly will help you. But that's a different video. Um, so if you're wondering if you should use Corel, if you're curious about it, and this is your wake up call, because it solves the problem, it saves you time, and well, it works. So I hope the video has been helpful in helping you decide if Choreo could be the thing for you or not. Um, Peace.